Hi everybody, Renegade68 here, or I'm Renegade67 on Twitch with Let's Play and/or stream Fate Stay Night, Real Tanua, so the fancy remake version, question mark, blind, mostly. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, know that I am streaming this on Twitch at at about 8 a.m. Monday to Friday. Not all of those times, but if I'm doing it, that's when I'm doing it. So, also, I will not be having the chat on screen, which I did for my older YouTube streams, but now that I'm on Twitch, I'm not doing that. So, if you want the chat, you can go to a link in the description, which will take you to the Twitch VOD that is the equivalent of the YouTube video you are watching, and it will have the chat if you really want the chat. Spoilers, at the moment, there's no one in chat, but, you know, maybe later there will be, and I'll have someone to talk to, and then you can watch that. But anyways, this is Fate Stay Night. So, a couple rules I guess I should probably get through real quick. What am I familiar with Fate? Not much. I know it's a big franchise that was, I think, started by Fate Stay Night. However, the only Fate thing I'm familiar with is Fate Zero. I saw Fate Zero around the time the dub first came out, and I haven't really seen it again since. So my memory of it's a bit sketchy, but I did like it a lot. And gosh, that must have been like 10 years ago now, so it's been a while. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's been a while. So yeah, anyways, as far as the spoilers go, this is going to be kind of a casual playthrough, but only in the sense that I'll be interacting with chat a good bit, if there's chat to interact with. If not, whatever. But, it's only going to be casual in that sense. For the rest, it's hardcore. So if you're watching this on Twitch, I have the no spoilers, and I do not have casual playthrough tag on right now. So if you're watching this on Twitch, you can look and see my rules, and they say that, you know, if it's a super hardcore epic playthrough, not to poop, but I will be using the one casual rule that I'll be interacting with chat a lot, if there's chat to interact with, so don't be afraid to interact. But, that's the Japanese way of saying, but what's the Japanese way of saying, I must do more research. And sometimes why. What are we doing? Oh, right, Fate Zero. So yes, I am familiar with Fate Zero, but what I'm trying to say is that I know Fate Zero, I think, is a prequel to this, so there may be some things in this that have been spoiled to me already because of my familiarity with Fate Zero. However, you should not assume they've been spoiled for me just because I'm familiar with Fate Zero, because it's been a while, so it's possible something was spoiled for me, but it's been so long that I've forgotten about the spoiler. So what I'm trying to say is, don't discuss spoilers for Fate Zero, because I may have forgotten about them. Also, I wanted this to be a bit friendly if someone's watching this, because I think you're supposed to do this first, then Fate Zero. So if someone's watching this without seeing Fate Zero yet, I want this to maybe not be spoiler for them. But I will warn you, I will likely be referencing Fate Zero as we go, so it's okay to talk about the stuff that I've referenced already about Fate Zero, but that's it. Can we go with that? Alright, sure. I think that's more or less going to be my rule here. If I've already talked about it from Fate Zero, you can talk about it. Otherwise, don't talk about it. I'll be trying my best to not spoil anything major from Fate Zero, just to be safe. However, some may slip out, so you may want to watch Fate Zero first. But if you don't, just in case, then you know. Drink water now. I think that's enough pooping around. Let's just jump into this. Double check OBS one more time. Still only 74 drop frames, and they were only on the Frieza screen. That is good to know. Has it already been recording for 10 minutes? Gosh, I'm a goober. Let's jump into this then, shall we? No more wasting peanut butter jelly time. It was a thrust like lightning. Okay, yeah, so the game just starts like this, by the way. There is a little intro screen, but I'm not going to go through the bother of showing that again. It's, like, very minor. It's just like, this game is brought to you by X and Y. Oh yeah, so this is the menu. If you right-click, you get save, load. I made one quick little save just to test it. There's, like, 15 pages of saves, so that's great. That's really good for an LPer/streamer. In case something goes wrong, you can go back. There's an auto read, go to next. History, that's convenient in case I skip something accidentally. There's config. One thing I did real quick is I turned display for old text to 30 because while I was testing, because I've seen the first few lines of this to test to make sure things were okay to go for the stream. And I noticed that old text is read instantly, and that would be awkward because I I want the text to not... Maybe I'll turn this down to 0 on like... I don't know. But for now it's 30 because the beginning text would be skipped if it wasn't, and I don't want it to be skipped. Other than that... I may mess with the volume settings if I have to. I don't think I have to. I think we're just good. You can take a look at all this if you want to know what it is. Now you know what it is. Let's just thrust ourselves like lightning. Major thrusting. So, it was a thrust like lightning. A spearhead thrust to pierce my heart. Ugh. Trying to dodge it would be useless. Being lightning, it's invisible to the human eye. Ugh. Wait, that didn't look like a thrust. That looked more like a slash. You gotta be more accurate, text. Demo, but... get the Japanese talk out. Wow. I think there's gonna be Japanese voices in this, but... we'll see how... If it's mostly inner monologue and only some voicing, I'll probably leave it on. If the voices are constant, we'll see. The lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me. Okay. Is that grammar good? Wouldn't it be tried? Oh, it's like I ran a marathon. Whew, getting that water, right? Clang, a beautiful sound. Beautiricious, I loved it. No, the sound before me is heavier than steel. That means it's just like silver, because in the Fire Emblems, it goes iron, steel, silver. What? No, there's other metal types. Gosh, nope, I don't know any of them. I haven't played the new Fire Emblem yet, so my Fire Emblem knowledge is rusty. Rusty, get it? Because when you use... Okay. The armor she's wearing is not beautiful at all, and is unrefined as the cold night. The sound wasn't beautiful at all. Oh, so it was an ugly sound. What does a sound look like? How do you look at a sound? Isn't there some, like, thing where people can look at sounds? Like, it's a psychological thing? I don't know. Like, sounds have colors? Or is it smells that have colors? Maybe both. Maybe both exist. The human mind's a funny thing. It was actually the sound of steel. Oh, well, that's good. I like steel. I mean, I won't steal your money if you don't give me money to steal. What? What are you talking about? It's just the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound like a bell. The first voice, and now's when we ejaculate. I ask of you, are you my master? Well, I mean, I'll be your master any day. Actually, I gotta slow down and react to this. So, this was a character from Fate Zero. So, Saber. So this is something I was not expecting, to be honest. I did not know. I didn't know. I really didn't. I knew very little about Fate. I didn't know that Saber is like the poster child for Fate, I think. Because when I saw Fate Zero and I saw Saber's arc, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that there'd be any kind of continuation. And since Fate Zero is a prequel to this, that means this Saber is going to be going where Zero Saber left off. But this came out first, so they wouldn't have known what Saber's story arc was in Zero. I remember liking Saber's story arc, and so it's going to be weird, because they're going to have to follow it up, but they're not following it up because this came first, which means that was just preluding this. It's interesting to think about. It's an interesting psychological thing to think about. What else did I want to say? Oh, yeah. I wonder if there's any other overlap with the other masters. If it's just Saber, or sorry, servants. They're not masters. Other way around. I wonder if there's going to be any overlap with the other servants, or if they're all going to be new and it's just Saber. Because, I don't know, I feel a little cheated. Like, I was wondering, like, what all the new servants would look like in this one. One of them is just a copy-paste, so that's lame. I mean, I like Saber okay, but, you know. Anyways, she asks in a voice that lights up the darkness. Uh-oh. I have come forth in response to your summons. Well, thank you, I suppose. Okay. So this red-haired kid seems to have blood on his shirt or something? Question mark. So I don't know much about this, but I do remember that at the end of Fate Zero, there was a red-headed kid that got saved by the one guy. So is this that red-headed kid? In which case, that'd be pretty fitting if he got Saber as well. Or I guess I should speak in reverse. It'd be pretty fitting if the other guy got... Anyways, reverse speak. I have come forth from... Oh, that's not okay. I assumed her talking was done. That's an indication that I should maybe turn the voices off. I don't know. I have come forth in response to your summons. From this time forward, my sword shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me. Now our contract is complete. This is about as far as I've seen into the game, by the way. I had to get this far just to test some stuff, but this is pretty much it. So, yeah. Okay. Do I have anything else to say, or should I just keep going forward? No, I think we're good. Yeah, voices though. Ooh, like, because I thought she was done talking, and then she kept speaking. That's gonna be awkward, because, like, if they're not gonna give me a clear indication when the person's done talking, we'll see. That may be a reason to turn the voices off. We'll see how obnoxious that gets. Yes, the contract has been completed. Okay, present tense. When she chose me as her master. Okay. Is she the one who gave you that blood scar? Because, you know, I wouldn't want some... Well, some people would find that kind of kinky. Are you sure you don't want her as your master and not the... The contract had been completed when she chose me as her master. I'm sure I swore to help her, too. The moonlight still lights up the darkness. As if following the night's example, the shed again falls silent. Does it? Does it really? Wait, is that like a pun? Because it's like, as the night falls silent, following the night's example, is it like the shed falls silent, like the daytime falling silent, like the night, as in you spell it without the K? That might be a pun. Still 74 drop frames. Okay, I don't want to check that very often, I really don't. But, I just, you know, sometimes I get giddy, because this is my first time recording and streaming at the same time. I don't want to... I don't know. Well, so far it's been fine. So as long as it stays like this, I won't have to worry. Anyways. I mean, the recording should turn out fine. That's not the problem. It's just I don't want the stream to be hurt too much by me recording as well. The recording is for, okay, if the stream a couple times, then the recording will fill in the blanks for the YouTube upload and make sure the aren't there. But if recording and stream at the same time makes the streaming go too many times, I might not record, depending on the circumstances. That's what I'm trying to find out. Anyways. Time has stopped. The scene lasts less than a second. Oh, really? Because I'm making it take a long time, actually. Welcome, this is Renegade 68, where everything takes 3 times as long as other Let's Players and streamers. What? No, I'm just kidding. It's only 2.5 times. But, demo, Shikashi? I'll remember this scene vividly even when I've gone to hell. Oh. Spoilers? Does he die at the end of the game? Don't tell me, no spoilers. The face slightly turned. The quiet green eyes. She has green eyes? Those look kind of blue, in my opinion, but I've done like a color test, and apparently the colors that I perceive are slightly off from the normal, what is considered normal. So, honestly, I look at her eyes, and they look, I guess you could say those are green. To me, they look more blue, but maybe they actually are green, and that's just my weird eye thing happening. Yeah, I've done some testing. I had some testing done a while back, and it's mostly normal, but every now and then something will come up and it'll be like, wait, that's not the right color. You think it's a color that's actually not. Anyways, the instant becomes an eternity. Wait, is it a second or is it an instant now? It's getting smaller and smaller. Well, I'm talking more and more. The blue outfit symbolizing her sways in the wind. Kinky. Wait, it symbolizes her? How does the blue outfit symbolize her? Like, it's part of her. Like, so, does the blonde hair not symbolize her at all? If anything, to me, the blonde hair's a bit more striking. Well, maybe it's a contrast. And what about the silverness of the armor? Just the blue? It's just the blue? This would be hard to fight in, wouldn't it? How did Fate Zero do it again? It feels like this would be hard to fight in, but maybe like she's got like fate magic that, what do they call it? They have a term for it that just lets it not worry about the stuff. Maybe. The golden hair shines in the moonlight. Fate. Yes, that's part of the game's name. Then there's stay, and then there's night. Oh, I have to click, don't I? Or do... Oh, nope, didn't mean to do that. That's good water. This is a story from 10 years ago. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, they were much more advanced than we are right now. So it's like in the future, but it's actually in the past. I'm watching someone I know very well. Okay, here's my... Okay, so this is gonna be... Wait, is this gonna be like the redhead... Is this gonna be like the ending scene from Fate Zero with the guy and the red-haired kid when he was a kid, I'm guessing? A tall man with a deep-featured face, who to my knowledge has never told a joke, is patting my head. Yep, that sounds like him. He's patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and mashing it around. Yep, that definitely sounds like him. I guess that's only to be expected. After all, that's the first time he's ever patted my head. Oh, rude. Well, maybe PTSD. I'll have to get going now. You know what to do, right? Maybe? What's this? What's going on? I answered a deep voice with a polite, hi! I mean, yes. A high-pitched hi. The man patting my head nods once, lets go, and stands up. Okay? That was it. If I'd known then that it was our final moment together, I would have... No! What? Made him laugh with my best jokes? Did he die in, like, the time skip? Oh, no! Oh, what... The guy... What was his name? Was it Kirei or Kiritsugu? There was two K names, and I always got them confused. Consistently, one of them... I don't remember which one it was, but... Oh, did he, like, die in the time skip or something? Oh, no. I liked him. Oh, that's sad. I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. I practiced telling jokes a lot and hoped that I could bring a smile to his grave face. I guess you could say I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them. Oh! Oh! I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Wait. Reorganize my thought process. Hold on. No, okay. Oh, wait, okay. This is... Okay. Fire guy, right? Fire mage from Fate Zero. That's... Okay. So this girl... Yeah, she was in Fate Zero. For a little bit, yeah. She had like an episode to herself, and it felt weird watching it, and I'm like, oh, this is... She's gonna be a main character in Fate Stay Night. That's why they're doing this, right? Okay. I thought this game was from Redhead's point of view. I thought. That was the impression I was getting. Or maybe it changes. Okay. It's okay. Calm down. I was doing a kid voice, so that could probably work for a man or a woman. So I suppose just assume my kid voice was actually for a female. Alright, I just have to reorganize my own thought process. Okay. Wait, who's saying this now? I think the guy is saying it. Put the association in your debt by the time you mature. I'll let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Rude. Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. Heirloom jewels, the jewel... Where ha he who? Okay. So you're like, okay, you're mage apprentice. You're gonna be in the Holy Grew Wars. As he was telling me all the things I didn't yet know, I realized even as a child. Uh-huh. A child what? That most likely he wouldn't be coming back. Oh. I don't know about that. I think he was pretty full of himself. I think he thought he was... I mean, maybe he knew the possibility existed, but... Or maybe he just... That'd be weird. To me, he seemed pretty pompous, but he wouldn't be coming back. A war had started. A war is kind of a big name for it when it's only between like a dozen people. I don't know if I'd call it a war. That's like calling a war that lasts like only 3 days a war. What series would ever do? Well, I guess technically the shortest war in history was like 40 seconds or something. Still, in theory, yeah, anyways. Forget, was it 40 seconds or 4 minutes? There's something about that. There was a really short war because a war was declared and then immediately a peace treaty was signed. Still just 74 drop frames. Okay, I think we're okay. It's my last time I'm gonna check. I think we're pretty good to go, to be honest. Or at least generally speaking. And if there are any goofs, it'll probably be rare and occasional. And that's what I'm hoping for. Maybe occasional streaming goofs, just as long as they're not frequent, and then the recording can just have none of them, is the idea. A war had started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. Fight to the death. But the only ones at war were 7 people. Servants are people too? Hashtag servant lives matter. I'd call that 14 people, but sure. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable, but here it's a different story as the ones in conflict are magi. So, who cares if they're magi? It's still just 7/14 people. Do you call them magi or Maggie? I don't know. 7 magi, each from a different faction, had started to compete for unknown reasons and killed each other in unknown ways. Unknown reasons. Wait, do we not know that? No, I don't remember. Fate Zero. One thing I remember about Fate Zero is that episode 1 was confusing and boring. But I think they explained in there why this whole Holy War thing started. But maybe I'm not supposed to know that yet. If so, good. I forget it anyways, because I remember that first episode being very confusing and very boring. It got better from there, but I think the first episode was a weak spot of the show. In my opinion. But we're not here to talk about that. The man standing before me was one of them. Okay? He too was in position to kill or be killed. He must have known more keenly than I did that this time was near. Rin. Oh, that's her name. Rin, the Holy Grail War will appear eventually, or the Holy Grail will appear, and then there will be a war. One thing comes first, then the other. It's our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. Magus? Magus? Magus. Magi? Magi Magus? Magi Magus. Pronunciation. Do some voice acting so I can know, please. Wait, he's not voiced? Actually, that's a question. This guy isn't voiced? Maybe it's a stylistic choice just for this little scene. Maybe the idea is that Rin doesn't remember anymore what he sounds like, and that's why this part isn't voiced. Or maybe only important characters in this game are voiced? I don't know. Once more. He patted my head and left. Bye forever, fireman! That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died, the man who was my teacher as well as my father. Rip in pieces. He kind of deserved it. He was a bit of a dick. Take care, Oni. Wait, no, that's brother. Oto, chat. Goodbye, father. Take care, father. Too much weebing. Turn the weeb levels down. I see him off politely. I see him off politely to do in my kid-girl voice, or girl-kid. Let's be honest. My kid voice, my girl voice, it's all gonna sound, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all one voice. Now, I think I do have a different voice between kid and girl, but girl-kid blurs the line between kid and girl, I would say. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. I loved him. He was a great father and a great magus. He was kind of mean to other people, but I guess he didn't show that side to me. Among magi, there are only obstinate people. Should I look up on Google really quickly what obstinate means? Because I do not know. Is this game like Steins Gate, where I can like check a log of weird words? No? Okay, no. No in-game dictionary for what obstinate means. I've heard the word before, but I forget its meaning. Maybe it's because of the Japanese I've started learning. I've started forgetting the meanings of some English words. In the whole world, I don't think anyone had a better character than his. I politely disagree. I think either Fate Zero was blackwashing this guy big time, as in, whitewashing. I've never used the term blackwashing. Normally it's whitewashing, where it means they make a character more virtuous in later things because of their popularity. But they definitely did ambiguous things in their first outing, but they were popular, and the popular character that you're selling merchandise of can't do ambiguous things, so they whitewash them in later materials and say, oh, he wasn't that bad. But maybe this is an example of blackwashing, where he was actually okay, at least how they depicted him in Fate Stay Night, but then they made him kind of a dick in Fate Zero. Maybe. Or maybe the idea is that he just never showed his dick side to her, which would make sense, I guess. But, anyways. Things to think of. Was he intended to be a dick all along, or did they decide that later on? He taught me as a teacher and loved me as a father. Well, that's good. At least he was good to his own children. Well, no, I think that was... I don't remember. That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end. Rin, the Holy Grail... I should do some really crazy voice, because it's not going to show up much in the game, right? Unless she gets, like, her ghost dad to talk to her a bunch, maybe. I don't know. It's fate. Maybe there's weird magic going on. The Holy Grail will... He should have, like, a fireman voice, like from Mega Man. Like, a Mega Man-style fireman voice. What does Fireman sound like in his voice appear? No. I'm trying to remember what he sounded like, but it's been so long since I watched that dub. It wasn't Matthew Mercer. That was the other guy. That was the guy who I thought this guy was. So, if it wasn't Matthew Mercer, then all male voice actors sound the same. No. Matthew Mercer and Johnny Young Bosch. And Yuri Lowenthal. Anyone who I can't think of off the top of my head sounds exactly the same. That is not true. Travis Willett. Okay, I'll stop. Let me just name all the voice actors in Critical Role. Alright, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. Let's just go with that. Let's just do a boring voice. I'm boring. I apologize for being boring. It's our duty as the... Well, he should be boring. You know what? He's it's our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a Magus, you can't avoid it. That voice sounds so wrong. Whatever, it's over now. Just never come back and don't let me voice you again, because I don't know how to voice you. You're weird. You're weird, fireman. In the end, he left me those words as a Magus and not as a father. That's why at that moment my path was determined. Oh, what a dick. He should have left you some words as a father.
よし、それじゃあ一つ気合い入れて一人前になりますか。
I'll do my best to be a proper Magus. She sounds loud. She sounds loud. Am I the only one who thinks she sounds loud? Hold a second. Let me just config. I'm gonna go to voices. Go to like, how do I set this? The number still says 100. How do I know what it's on? Like that. Can I just do that? There we go. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I'll do my best to be a proper Magus. So are you Magis or Magus? Wait, what's the difference? How do I cheese? It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Since then, through many twists and turns, I, Tosaka Rin, have matured. In many ways. What's your boob size now? Sorry, too soon. I have to wait till I go on a few dates with her. Then I very politely ask her boob size. Is there really a polite way to do that? It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. I think the politest way to ask for a female's boob size is to wait till you're actually together for a long time and then do it as a joke and then hope they respond seriously. I mean, you know, if you actually want to know, it really doesn't matter what their technical size is. What matters is the size of their soul. Ah, what? OBS Studio did... What? Okay, that's never happened before. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. What? let's just keep going. For how long, though? Not much longer. I'm looking at the time now. It's just going to be like 10 more minutes, pretty much. Anyways, but if it's going to be 10 more minutes and not 10 years, since it's been 10 years, then we should, actually go and make use of these 10 minutes. It's been 10 years. I mean, 10 minutes. I mean, winter day. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. Oh, what is this? What? Next Grail War or something? Didn't in Fate Zero they say like there's a Grail War every 30 years or something? So like or something. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I feel like they said that, so I don't know why there's one happening now. But I don't know. I could just be remembering wrong. I feel like somewhere in Fate Zero they were like, oh, it's every 30 years, but I'm probably remembering wrong. It's only natural. The event I have never forgotten about is about to start. January 31st. Okay. The problem is, just so you know, if that internet derp had happened and my internet never derped, I would assume that was the cause. However, I have had very rarely the internet derp on me with my current setup. So I'm wondering if it was just a rare derp that happened to coincidentally line up with when I was my first time streaming and recording at the same time. I don't know. I have no idea. And that's what's pooping my mind up. So whatever, let's just keep going. She says, I guess now in the present. Now in the present? How long are we following Rin for? I thought we were playing as a red-haired guy, and this was like waifu wars, where there was a bunch of waifus. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe everything's a lie. Maybe it's husbando wars. Something is ringing. Brr, brr, brr. Shut up, stop it. Yamete. The sound doesn't stop. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy. Fate war, let's go, fight to the death. Come on, I was up late last night, so... Just let me sleep in a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning, and I've used up too much magical energy. Wait, deciphering your father's will with magical... Like a magical will? A super epic magical will? In other words, my mind and body are dead tired. I hate that expression, dead tired. I don't like it. Feel free to use it if you want, but I'm not a fan. Hold on. This voice. I don't normally recognize Japanese voices. I don't watch things in Japanese very often. I think I recognize this voice. Give me a moment while I drink some water and think about it. Give me another line? Bring, no, give me another line. Bring. I think I know this voice. Give me another line, please. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language. History can't do voices, can it? No. Gosh. Why does the ringing sound like it's telling me you're gonna be late? You can't put the you're gonna be late in a voice? Gosh. Holy farking potato chips on a sandwich salad? That's Mayo from Ever 17, right? Mayo, what was her real name? That was like a nickname, right? That wasn't her real name? I don't think that was her real name. Maybe it was her real name. Mayo Matsunaga. No, that was her real name. I think. Yeah, farts. That's where I know this voice. I like that voice actor a lot, actually. Still though, that's really weird. It feels really weird thinking of that. This is the same voice actor. I mean, maybe it's normal, but what came first, Fate Stay Night or Ever 17? I don't know. It just feels like this would be Mayo's dream come true, to be a mage. Or, well, really, a ninja. But, mage is close second, right? Harry Potter versus Naruto. Although, no, Harry Potter's witches and wizards. These are mages, completely different. That depends on the situation. I kind of want to keep the voices on just to hear more of this voice. Yeah. Oh, wow. Small world. I listen to very few things in Japanese. This is my second ever visual novel I'm doing an LP of. Same. That's crazy. Okay. That depends on the situation. I'm a good student, but maybe I can get to school at the last moment just for today.
そうそう。あらかじめ30分ずらして目覚ましをセットしたんだから。
That's right.
30分は眠
Oh, okay. That's gonna be slightly obnoxious. I mean, yes, I like her voice. Ugh. Knowing when they stop and when they don't stop. At least in English, I can know when they stop because I know what they're saying. In Japanese, I'm learning, but I'm not there yet. I heard Sanju, for example, and I know that that's 30, but I don't know what everything means yet. That's right, I set the alarm 30 minutes early, so I should be able to sleep for 30 more minutes. Interesting factoid. I have my computer clock set 30 minutes ahead. So similar situation. Right now, my computer clock says 9:34, which is actually, I think, more than 30 minutes ahead. But, so it's actually 9-ish. And I have to stop maybe 9:10 or so, 9:15, maybe 9:20. No later than that, though. But, so yeah. And I like to set it about 30 minutes ahead because then it's rough. It's like I don't know exactly how much ahead it is. So I stop a bit early just to be safe, which is a good thing. Because it's 30 minutes and a bit ahead, but I don't know exactly how much a bit is. So it's a good something. Anyways, I should be able to sleep for 30 minutes more. Huh? Nande, R-A-Ray. Sorry, Nande is Y. It would be Nani. Isn't that strange?
30分ずらして
Set it 30 minutes early. I look at the alarm clock drowsily. I can't help but thinking of freaking Mayo saying these lines. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. I usually get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. Okay. Oh, why can't I think when I woke up? Wait, what? So you've been up for 30 minutes already? Am I misunderstanding? The clock is pointing exactly at 7. I usually get up at 6:30. Okay, I'm a little confused. So, like, she set the alarm clock, but it failed? Or she's been listening to this ring for 30 minutes? That'd be bad. I stare at the alarm clock for several seconds. Shutting it off, I decide to get out of bed. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. Double the cold, double the power. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. That's winter-ish. Ish. Well, no, is it like... I remember Persona 4, like, they didn't get any snow in December. Instead, they got it in January. And to me, that's weird. To me, like, December, hardcore snow month. January is like, it's got snow, definitely, but not as much as December. But maybe it's different in Japan. Fuyuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter. Oh, but this morning it's as cold as any other city. Okay, but don't think about it. Don't think, just play the game. I don't know temperatures. I don't know Japan. I mean, I just know the language. I don't know the culture. I know some of the culture, but, I enjoy what I know of the culture. I am interested to learn more. I can even see my breath indoors, and on top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Dambo. Does that really mean heater? If so, I learned a new word. Dambo. No, it wouldn't be Dambo. It would be Danbo? Is it Danbo or is it like Damubo? And they just leave out the U because U's are silent and all that, so it's like Dambo. Maybe. Anyways. Just the reason I think it might be Danbo instead of Dambo is because N is the only consonant that's in the Japanese language. M is not, but a lot of the time U's are silent, so they could do mu and leave off the... Okay, that's enough of Japanese lesson. Turning on the heater, I head to the bathroom. At times like this, living on your own is inconvenient. there was someone to wake up before me, the living room would be warm by now. Oh, what about your mom? Didn't you have a mom? She had a mom, right? Oh, shoot. I think there was a thing with her mom in Fate Zero, or am I thinking of someone else's mom? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. Her mom, I'm just going to assume the mom that I'm thinking of is her mom, in which case that would explain why she has no mom. Anyways. I wash my face at the sink. I brush my long hair and get ready. Okay. Ooh, long hair. A cold morning, a cold sink. Can we get a look at you in the mirror, maybe? Ooh. How's OBS doing now? No drop frames. So, I think that was just a random internet derp that just happened to happen when I happen to be streaming and recording at the same time. I think. We'll have to do more testing to see. If that happens very rarely, that's just something I'll deal with for now until I get a more permanent solution. Because right now I'm using power line adapters and not a full Ethernet. So power line adapters, so far for me, have been pretty consistent. But every now and then, once every few days, they'll just go and just disconnect. Which, I think that's what it was, so it just coincidentally happened while I was streaming and recording. I think. The only advantage is that the cold water clears your sleepiness completely. I tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7 and I'm a bit disappointed. You want it to be more past 7? Guess I don't have to run after all. Okay. Then again, I would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyways. Oh, you're one of those people. You're gonna be prim and proper and pristine. Maya would run. Not real. Not my Mayo. Hashtag not my Mayo. It's the custom of the Tosaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. All of the time. You know what? That makes sense. Yep, Fireman was like that too. Lots of composure. Lots of pompous composure. Taking a custom like that seriously must mean that my family originated from a very high-class background indeed. Definitely more of a Malfoy than a Weasley. Although maybe this is a good Malfoy. Rin Malfoy. Owning this old Western-style mansion is proof of that, and on top of it, the Tosaka family is a bloodline of sorcerers able to use the power of magic. Beautiful. If you're talking about age, our family has an ancient history. Really. Well, it's not something I can brag about. Oh? Why not? Why isn't the magic thing the hip thing with the kiddies? Doesn't everybody want to be a hairy plopper when they grow up? Actually, I can't speak openly about it at all. Oh, you mean with non-magic folk? Well, sure. You could just brag to your other magic folk about being in a super cool magic family, just not the non-magic ones. That's fine, right? Is it just not that many magic folk? They have like a school of magic folk in Fate Zero, I think. So there's got to be a decent number of magic folk. Oh, by the way, I Tosaka Rim and am a magus. Yeah, I think I knew that already. Did we know that already, or do I only know that because of Fate Zero? I think I already know that. No, they made that clear, I think, in the flashback. Maybe they didn't make it clear what a magus was, but... Who on earth can I brag to like that? Magic is just what it sounds like. Magic. Completely different from witchcraft. I don't care if you get ideas like abracadabra or whatever. Abracadabra, alakazam, bippity bobbity boo. Majin boo. Don't eat my pudding. No, that's not boo at all. Yeah. Boo will eat you. Boo will eat you. But that's not quite boo either. Boo, it's sort of like that voice, but it's more... Anyways. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. FZ? Fate? No, FSN. Fate stay... FSK. Fate stay night with a K. Oh, that's funny, because it's like Saber, and she's a knight, but she's a knight with a K? Yeah. You can just think of us as people who do strange things by casting spells. It's not like we fly around on brooms or make stars appear with a wand. Gosh. Those are just witches and wizards. Those are fake, right? Meanwhile, these exist in the same universe, and there is, Hogwarts going on, but there's also the mages, and they're completely separate and don't interact and don't even realize each other exist. And they both think they're fake. Wouldn't that be a funny existence? Well, we could do that, but we don't bother. It's kind of meaningless. Oh, you could! So you are witches and wizards. Maybe this is like an alternate future of like the Harry Potter world. Or, insert Japanese equivalent to Harry Potter here. Maybe this is the Japanese equivalent to Harry Potter. We're basically heretics who hide ourselves from the world, because that's Harry Potter. That does sound like Harry Potter. We're prohibited from standing out, and even if we weren't, we'd rather be at home studying magic. That sounds boring. Studying magic to do what with it if you can't show it off, right? What are you doing with it? Just studying for the sake of studying? Aren't you going to use it for cool things? On top of that, the word sorcerer is completely inaccurate. Oh, really? To be precise, there are only 5 sorcerers in the world. Oh, exactly. Are you sure? What qualifies one as a sorcerer? And is a sorcerer also a magus, or is a sorcerer graduated from being beyond magus? Is magus inclusive to the word sorcerer, or exclusive? Things no one can do, things beyond the ability of modern science. The ones who can make such miracles are the ones we call sorcerers. Things beyond the ability of modern science. So, wait, are you saying magic is just the ability to do things science can do anyways, just without the science? Miracles that can never be achieved, regardless of time or effort, those we call sorcery. Okay, that's an interesting way of looking at it. You can make fire without magic. So normal mages can only do things that could be done with science, but would just be a lot more effort taking. Really? If Fate Zero, what's his face, had like magic gun bullets that were like super piercing. Is that really possible with science? Theoretically, maybe. And then there was like, the one guy, he had like this weird magic orb thing that was like floated around him and became like a fancy shield. Is that really science? It seems like you're struggling the line here. Straggling the line a little bit, but sure. Maybe this game doesn't break the rules, just Fate Zero. Those things that are mysterious but achievable with time and effort, those we call magic. Alright, I'll bite. I'll bite for now. Let's live in a world where Fate Zero doesn't exist. That's why what I do is called magic rather than sorcery. It's complicated, but that's how it is, so just accept it. I think I get the idea, I'm just not sure if your own world lives up to its principles, but... To be honest, the modern world doesn't recognize the existence of magic because you choose to hide yourself, right? I mean, right? As we believe, control, and learn things that are immeasurable, our existence is incompatible with the modern world. Uh-huh. Because it's kind of meaningless. I mean, no. It's very convenient. Even if you can do it with science, it's still convenient to do it with magic, right? Going to a normal school and becoming a normal adult will bring you far more happiness than studying magic. That sounds like BS. I mean, even if you're supposed to not use magic, you can still use it for, like, convenient everyday life things. You can become a normal adult, but also have some magic powers, right? Or does it require the utmost concentration, or you just don't have the or you'll completely lose your magicness? Is that how that works? You gotta study under the waterfall at least once a week, intense training, or no more channeling? Is that right? Human technology is great. This is a very weird way to look at things, especially from someone who, is part of a long, great line of mages. In the past few hundred years, it has been leading the way ahead of magic. I don't know if I believe that, but sure. Nothing is impossible for humans. Okay? You say humans, not science? The miracles once only possible through magic are now tools and not miraculous at all. Oh, okay. Wait, so what counts as magic and not magic changes over time depending on the science developed by humans? Seems like you're making some weird rules here, because you were saying, I don't know. Because, okay. Seems iffy. Still, magic has its good points. Oh, really? Does it? Does it have some good points? Name me, 2.5. Just as there are things possible with your science, there are also things possible with your magic. Okay, that's a contradiction, because you said earlier that magic is the things that would be possible for man anyways, you know, just with a lot of effort, and generally that effort means science. So what are you trying to say, lady? It was the master of the Tosaka family who said that if science is moving toward the future, magic is moving toward the past. So what, time travel? Because that's certainly not possible with science. At least, I mean, if it is, then you have some science fiction going on in your magical setting, and that's just conflicting. Something with the past and the future ending up at the same place, everything always running toward the 0 point. Okay, absolute 0. It's the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's pull off all these difficult discussions. Let's put off all these difficult discussions. They should wait until we're old. And you are not, right? You're just a teenager, I think. You were a baby. Well, not a baby, but you were a baby in Fate Zero. So now, 10 years later, you'd only be like a batebi? You are a teenager. Finishing breakfast, I grab my bag. Should bring the pendant. Pendant? Plot MacGuffin? Plot MacGuffin. I don't really want to take this thing to school, but it'd be a waste just to leave it here. This thing's 100 years old after all. It's by far the greatest jewel in the house. Okay, I'm looking at my time. It is 9:49, which means about 9:20, which means I should be stopping here. So, I actually almost let time get away from me, to be honest. Make a quick save here. No more internet derps, please. / I blame Windows 10. Save. How long can you make those? I was surprised that all fit. Is there a limit? Hold. Okay, I gotta try this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. But then again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. It's still going. Okay. A. It just goes. It never ends. Oh, wow. Okay, sure. Wait, this is a comment. Is there a title? Hold on. Cancel. Okay, the title is the setting of what's going on. So, 2 days ago, prologue. Wait, 2 days ago. Oh, I see, we're in the prologue. Okay. Wait, so we start in the past. Wait, is the present when we play as red-haired, orange-haired, whatever kid, and the prologue is Rin? I don't know. Don't answer that. I'll find out for myself. So this will be the end of the YouTube video. See you guys next time. Maybe there'll be no stream derps. Not that that affects you, but it kind of affects you, but not really. But it could be a fun factoid for you to know about video games and my life and live streaming. And it's the end of the video. Stop watching. I still don't have an outro phase. Did I say that already? I don't know. Go away.